Well, hello everybody, it's me, GhostCritic, and it's New Comic Book Day! But it isn't because I'm a day late. I can't even do a pull list on the day that I say I will do anymore. What's going on? I'm sorry this didn't come up till today instead of yesterday on the actual New Comic Book Day, but I got a surprise visitor and we basically just sat there and got a little bit tipsy for the night, so I didn't get a chance to do the video, but it is here now. Before I show you what was on my pull list, I guess we should talk about the video from Tuesday. I just want to say thank you to everyone who not only watched the video but supported me in the comments. It does mean so much to me that so many of you have my back and give me that much support and love. I knew I'd get certain people commenting and I still appreciate that. There were some, however, I was like, who the hell are you? But it was still really great because I could tell from your words that you had been watching because of the things you said. And you knew about my channel and you'd clearly been watching for a while, just hadn't commented. So for you to maybe that be your first time, or you know, you rarely comment but you wanted to comment on that, meant just as much as the people who I kind of expected to comment on there. So thank you all so much. Still not going to change my mind. I'm still going to kind of step back a bit. If you've not watched Tuesday's video, go watch it. You know what's coming with my channel or what's not coming on my channel for a while. It was quite strange though being in the comic book store yesterday after doing that video, because my comic book guy had just bought in the most enormous comic book collection from someone, and the whole shop was in chaos. It had all these long boxes just wherever he could fit them in, and he's obviously going through them all. The bags were a bit tatty and he was pulling the comics out and piling them up, and he said just what like, "Oi Mark, come over here, give me a hand." So, you know, I had an hour or so to spare, so I sat down, chatted with him about comics, nothing too serious, and just went through these boxes. Unfortunately, the boxes I was going through didn't have anything particularly exciting in them, but you know, he knew that there was good stuff in there. There were just so many boxes to get to the good stuff. However, I did find some books that I wanted, and he did a little bit of a deal for me on them, and it's weird because at that moment I was like, this is kind of the environment I want to be in. I want to be like waist high in long boxes, you know, trawling through them all, trying to find that hidden treasure and then getting it for just that ridiculous bargain price. And I miss that. I haven't been down to London Comic Mart since the beginning of the year. I love going to that and spending hours going through all those long boxes and coming back with just like these huge piles, this huge haul of comics. And it kind of put a big smile on my face, and that's what I was missing out on, I feel. With like these pull list videos that I do of what I pick up every week, it's kind of, I know what to expect. Obviously I get my email telling me what I've got to go in and pick up, and it's just like the surprise there is gone. But looking through long boxes and you don't know what you're going to find in it, it might be complete crap, it might be complete trash, but just going through it, and then you might find a box and you pull out, oh, I really need that comic, I want that comic. I'm so glad I went through every single issue within this box because I could have missed it. There was a certain sense of exhilaration there. So I think partly that is what's missing for me right now, and I need to start thinking about how I'm collecting again. I don't think I'll stop buying, I obviously won't stop buying the comics that come out every week, every month, but I want to get back into that back issue collecting, because it did a little spark went off and I enjoyed myself. enough of that. You want to see what I picked up this week? There were 6 books. I've got 2 Image, 3 Marvel and 1 DC. 6 books in all. We start off with Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips' The Fade Out. We're up to number 7. Loving this book, one of the best things they've done. I'm not going to say for a long time because everything they bring out as this super creative team is great, but this is something a little bit special. I just love the fact that they've really researched into this era and just put it down on the page, and it looks real and feels real and has an authenticity about it. Definitely something to look out for if you're not already reading it. I was surprised to see this back so soon. I thought this was going to take a much longer hiatus, but it's Spread, issue 8, our post-apocalyptic kind of winter world sci-fi alien series. I really enjoyed the last issue, but I think that's because the artist changed, to be honest, and we had a little bit of a backstory of one of our characters. I don't know who this young lady is on the front. Have we kind of zoomed forward in time and our little baby is all grown up? We'll have to see. On to Marvel and the first of our Secret Wars tie-ins. It is the Infinity Gauntlet issue 2. This was one of the first kind of salvo of Secret Wars titles that I thought, yeah, I want to get on board with this one. Really enjoyed it. So looking forward to that one. Another issue 2. This one I didn't put on my pull list. I wasn't 100% sure. But it is Planet Hulk issue 2. I think this is going to be a goodie. It's going to be a keeper until it finishes what I guess is going to be a little mini series. But plenty of different types of Hulks going on here, and the crazier the better in my eyes. The only new issue 1 out of Marvel's Battle World Secret Wars stable is E for Extinction. I loved Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely's run on X-Men when they just took the X kind of book into a different realm, really. That he really kind of hardened and toughened them up. It made them socially relevant, which they hadn't been for a long time, and they just kind of really pushed the boundaries of the kind of X-Men franchise. Unfortunately, I don't think Marvel particularly liked it, and it kind of went back to its very safe roots. So this, I guess, is a certain kind of homage to Grant Morrison's run, E for Extinction. If you've not read the original, I believe I've done a review of the book on my Ultimate Marvel Comics series, so go hunt that out in my playlist. But very much looking forward to that. And finally, it's Gotham by Midnight issue 6. It's come back again after the whole Divergence event that DC have just been doing. This is issue number 6, and we have new artists now, which is Ferreira. Ben Temple-Smith has gone. You know Ben is never going to stay on a book for very long, which is a shame because this book was made for him. But let's see how our new artist gets on with Ray Fawkes. And that's my comic books for this week. Now I'm gonna hand you over to the back issues I picked up at the comic book store. So, as promised, my little mini haul that I picked up while I was in the comic book store on Wednesday. Kicking off with one of the mini-series from Grant Morrison's Seven Soldiers run. This is back in 2005-ish. I've already got the first 2 of Zatanna, so I was lucky enough to find number 3 and number 4, and also Clarion issue number 2, gorgeous cover, Fraser Irving there, and issue 3. I had 1 and 4 already. There are 2 other series. Well, there's more than 2 other series, but there's 2 that I just can't find for the life of me, and that's Bulleteer and Guardian. The other ones, which were Frankenstein, The Shining Knight, I think that was it. I've got the whole run of those, and just to finish that off, Soldiers of Victory issue 1. I have the 0 issue already. Looking forward to reading that, because if only J.H. Williams III on art, so I know that's going to be gorgeous looking inside. Moving on to Fantastic Four, the run that, you know, the peak of the collection that I want to have from start to finish, but no, I will never have. But it's fun trying my hardest to get them anyway. So we've got issue 239, 255, 256, 259 and 284. They're all the Fantastic Fours I found while I was just zipping through them. Now this, for some reason, I've noticed a lot of people wanting to collect Exiles right now. I bought it month after month until about, I think they just started the World Tour story arc, which this one is from, and then I think that was about the time I had to take my year out, so everything from then on I missed out on. And now with this pile I have here, I have only 2 more issues to find, and I'm sure when I go back to my comic book store and go through all those boxes that he's got, I'm bound to find them, and I will complete my Exiles collection. So number 82, 83, whoops, 84, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 97, and lastly 99. So that was my little mini haul from the comic book store this Wednesday. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time, whenever that will be.